Okay, Mary Ann, you want to call the roll, please?
Mr. Gritchen?
Here.
Ms. Ruska? Dr. King? Mr. Moon?
Here.
Mr. Walsh?
Here.
Mr. Welch?
Here.
Mr. Cindy?
Here. We have a quorum. Do we have any visitors' comments before we start? Anybody on this half of the room? Anybody on that half of the room? Okay. Now we're going to move to student and staff recognitions. Okay.
I'm going to have Pam read the names because Pam will recognize who's present and have a little more details about the event. So Ms. Bilesma will introduce the recognition.
Well, we're very proud to recognize a number of all-state musicians who go down to the state event this weekend in, I'm trying to remember where it is, in Peoria, I think at Bradley University. I can see that not everyone is here. A lot of these students have other obligations, so I'm going to go through and give you the names. So we have Jovis Ludovincus in trumpet, and I know he's not here today. And Peyton in tuba, and he is not here either. Madeline Moutine, and I'm not seeing Matt here either. Here in Carlton, Molly Cheney for the bass, and she's not here. Kyle Perfect, I don't see him for choir either. And James Wayne is not here either for choir. So, the Illinois Music Educators Association also honored Haley Bruntock for third place in commercial popular category. This is for original composition. And I don't see Haley. Haley, you're not here.
I can't believe it. We have somebody here.
I didn't see you in the side.
Congratulations. Thank you very
Haley, do you want to tell us anything about this? This is very unusual to have a student even enter the composition part of the contest. So talk a little bit about that.
Well, last year I wrote this song, Falling, for me and my mom to sing together. And then actually Mrs. Murley kind of got me into entering it in, and she really helped me out with writing out the music. And then I guess, like seeing it on paper, I just started crying. I was like so happy to see it actually written down. It's so cool. So then we put it in a competition, and I won third place in the state. So
we're very proud of you. You also, we recognized you earlier this year for your video, right?
Yeah, and then I also made a music video for it. It's on RBTV. So
yeah, you can click on it and watch it. Very, very moving. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Do we have people here, from the boys swim team?
We got Nick.
We only have our captains, Ken Castle and John Kopp, but we'll have Nick come on up here. Nick Lazara is, we don't have a firm, but Nick will tell us a little bit. The boys won the 58th annual RV Invite for the first time since 1964, and that's top honors, and so we're very proud of the team. Do you want to say anything about that?
We just had a really good team this year, and we're really happy that we finally won our RV Invite. It's been a long time.
So it's nice to win on
yes.
Home, in your home pool, right?
It definitely is.
So congratulations, Nick. Thanks for representing the team.
Thanks a lot.
Good, Nick.
New to our RV library this year, but not new to RV, is Allison Cabay. She is a long-time English teacher here, but she's working in our library for the first time, and she started a youth reading program. She can tell you a little bit more about that, but what's so amazing about this, and I'm so proud of her, is she won for the nation. She is the one winner of the American Library Association's National Young Adult Library Services Association Award for Outstanding Reading or Literature Program. Allison Cabay, come on up and talk to us about that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So first year on the job, part-time, only there just a little bit,
yes.
2 periods first semester, 1 second so far.
Right.
And what did you start? Tell us about the Abraham Lincoln program.
So the Abe Lincoln list comes out every year, and it's a list voted on by students and librarians around the state. And so we took that list and we created a program where the students signed up for it. They came in at the beginning and they made a nice breakfast for them, and then they blog, they read books and blog about each book that they read, and then they try to win the prizes. With the prize at the end, there will be a Kindle.
And how many books has your top reader accomplished so far?
She's already read all 22.
All 22. So
She
yeah.
reads books faster than I do.
So that's
yeah.
awesome. And what did you win with this award? Besides this award, it had a monetary value too.
I received $500, and then the school receives $500, and I still have to. I'm waiting to find out how they kind of tell you how you're supposed to use it, I think. But I'm still waiting to hear exactly how we're supposed to use
So
it.
this is a very competitive award, and it is a real feather in the cap of RB. It's the one award for the entire United States, and it goes to RB for Allison. Thank you very much. We have a number of other teachers we want to recognize, and I don't want to miss any. I don't see them here tonight. They have other obligations, but we have a newly named AP reader. So this is at the national level, the advanced placement test that the students take. We need people who are very skilled, and only the best AP teachers across the nation are selected. It's highly competitive as well. And we're proud to announce that Laurence Forwood will be a new advanced placement French literature exam reader for the United States, and she'll be doing that in Cincinnati, so that's good for Laurence. Laurence joins our other nationally ranked readers, and so we'd also like to recognize Mr. Dan O'Rourke, who is an AP English Language and Composition. Not only a reader, he has advanced to what's called a table reader position. So he is a reader among readers, so he's gotten so much recognition for the quality of his work over the years that he has now organized a group of readers. So we're very proud of him. So let's give him a round. Reading and organizing that in Louisville, Kentucky, and joining him in AP English Literature this summer will be our department chair for both English and World Languages, George Miller. English teachers are on a roll tonight. We'd like to also recognize for the nomination of the Distinguished Secondary School Teacher Award that Northwestern University gives out. Larry Forbert has been nominated. So that's good. Bridget Wilma, another English teacher, is going to be presenting at the Illinois Computer Educators Conference in St. Charles. She's got something called iPatio, which is a really interesting thing where you can use phone blogs. So it's a way that you can get kids to use their digital technology that they bring with them and use it. So she's doing this piloting with her own classes, and she put in to present nationally about this. And so she's also going to present to our teachers on Friday as one of our technology showcase teachers, one of 27 teachers presenting internally, but she'll be doing this at the national level as well. Or at the state level, excuse me, at the Illinois Computer Educators Conference in St. Charles. So congratulations to Bridget.
Good job.
I think from now on it's going to be man and me. Forget Kevin.
Oh, no, I did miss one. Oh, thank you. Anton. Is Anton Campari here? I don't think Anton is here. I did miss one, so I apologize about that.
Is Anton here?
Anton, he went to a different competition. I missed him because he wasn't listed on the All-State, so I apologize. Anton, this is a Chicago Area Music Teachers Association competition, and he got the gold medal, the top award for piano sonata competition. So very, competitive, and he nailed it and took home the gold for RB. So congratulations.
Okay, our next item on the agenda is the Student Association report. We have the Student Association.
Thank you.
There goes all our crowd. Okay.
Okay, we'd like to start off by just kind of recapping what we did in the month of December. We had a coat and blanket drive, and we collected over 100 winter items that were donated to various charities in the area. And we also did a Adopt a Family fundraiser where students in their classes and at lunch would raise money to benefit those in need in the community. And we raised over $700, and over 30 people in the Chicagoland area were adopted and gifts were bought for them.
Good job.
We're having another blood drive February 29th, but outsiders can't come in this time because we had a conflict with that. but there will be a school code that on RB's website that you can go to a Life Source blood drive location and give them the code, and the pints of blood donated go towards our credit for our school for scholarships.
And as you know, we've been doing Spirit Friday competitions, one Friday a month for each semester. And last semester, the Spirit Friday winner was Miss Forberg's 5th hour French 2 class. And they had a 63% participation in the blue and white competition. So they won a pizza party, and they had their pizza party last Friday, and they really enjoyed it, and we hope that it'll help improve wearing blue and white on Fridays throughout the next semester. And we're also doing a matchmaker fundraiser where students fill out a Scantron with questions about them, and they purchase their forms that have their top matches in the school of like between guys and girls or their best friends in the school, and all the proceeds, or half the proceeds go to prom this year, and the other half of the proceeds go to a student at our school who had a tumor behind her eye, and we're helping pay for her medical bills.
Very good.
Very good.
And then as the liaison between the students and the board, we felt it was a good idea to have a survey with all the students, or a lot of the students between different grade levels of different classes, clubs, and sports. And we asked them what they enjoyed about this school year so far and what their concerns are for next year. And we just thought it'd be a good idea to share with you guys and help you guys out a little bit. So.
When will we get that result?
Right now.
Right now.
One of the things that was overwhelming that the kids said was the relationships they had with their teachers still, that they were there in the morning after school whenever they needed help, and they weren't letting anything stop the academic standard they're holding to the kids now. So they really appreciate all the teachers' hard work and everything they've been doing. And they also really like that we're still offering so many AP courses, and that you don't have to just test into them or be in the top 10% of your grade. They're open to all people and all the honors classes. They just want to make sure those stay next year.
Yeah, and a common answer or response was that they liked the dances that SA runs, so yeah.
Just one concern that people responded to a lot was that they were going to lose some of their favorite electives that were offered, and that if they do have those electives or some different electives, that their class sizes might be large.
So they don't get the one-on-one attention that they used to.
There was also a concern among several students on whether or not certain clubs or sports would be around next year, and just they weren't exactly sure what's going to stay and what's going to get cut. So they're a little worried about that too.
Can you repeat that again?
So they're a little concerned whether or not which clubs and sports are going to be cut. So of course they're concerned about that.
And we know you guys can't vote, or you can't vote, but you can't fix everything right away, but we just wanted to let you know the concerns of the student body in case you can't go out, because you can't go out and just talk in the hallways with the kids about what they're missing from the school year or what they're enjoying. So we just wanted to let you guys know.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You can share with the Student Association that the next 3 to 4 months, the majority of our time at these meetings will be directed towards addressing class sizes, class offerings, extracurricular offerings, and the budget. So if they have any time in between homework and their activities to watch a board meeting live on TV or to come out to a board meeting and to see public governance at its best, this would be a forum to do it. But that's going to be the timeline. So a lot of those decisions that you talked about today will be starting to be discussed and addressed over the next 3 months or so.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item on our agenda is the superintendent's report.
So we have 2 parts of the superintendent's report. We have our auditor, and we also have our new facilities manager. So to be respectful of Joel's time, I would just like to introduce Joel and ask him to come up to the microphone real quick. Joel Hatchie is coming to us from District 204, where he was the second in charge of all the facilities and maintenance, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct, yeah.
And he is now our new facilities manager with Dennis retiring. And Joe was at District 204, which is, how many schools are in 204?
There's 35.
35 schools, and I believe 3 high schools?
3 high schools.
One was just newly built, Matea
Yeah.
Valley. That's
Yeah.
they're in the same conference as my previous school. So
Yeah.
Joel brings to us a lot of experience, and I'd like to introduce Joel Hatchie to the board and allow him a few minutes to introduce himself and talk to the Board of Education.
Hi, everybody. Well, I guess Kevin kind of covered the experience part. I was in 204 with Airmark. Started with as a custodial, the custodial manager for the district for about 5 years, and then the last few years as the maintenance director. I'm really grateful for the opportunity you guys have given me here to work with you and help achieve whatever goals we can help support. This is obviously an opportunity for me too to be the front line guy for the first time, so I'm excited about that opportunity.
Joel and I are excited about us kind of establishing a rapport together here, since I'm 6 months into the position, and I was working with Dennis for the last 6 months on some open projects, and now Joel's picked up some of those projects, so he's still working out the issues we're having with the boilers, making sure we stay on top of that, and as well as with the sanitary basin, and those are the 2 main ones right now. The pool units are all fixed.
Correct.
Knock on wood.
Right.
And so, and having experience with 3 high schools, I think, in a district of 35 schools, I think Joe is going to bring a unique expertise to RB. Does anybody have any questions for Joel in particular?
You have 34 less buildings than what you're used to.
Yeah.
How, besides that, how do you see this is a different job than where you're coming from?
Well, it's sort of all aspects of the operation.
More comprehensive
Yeah,
than...
and that's been,
Okay.
and that I'm learning, I've been here a couple of weeks now, and I learned a little bit more about what that means each day. It is different. The thing that I like about it is that everything is right here in this building. It's not a matter of I have to rely on some report. I can go see everything. And from that standpoint, that's a nice benefit.
That's a plus.
Yeah, that's definitely a plus.
What do you feel is your biggest challenge going from a big school district down to 1 unit school district?
I guess learning how to use my time best. Learning what I need to make, what I need to delegate and what I need to do. That part of it. It's a different dynamic here, and I'm just adjusting to it.
Any other questions for Joe? All right, thank you very much. We look forward to seeing you for our next facilities report, which should be up
I think about March.
in March. Okay.
Joel, can you do me a favor when
Sure.
you head out, just stop by the cheer competition, have them make an announcement, make sure everybody's parked in a legal parking space, not an illegal parking space out there?
I'll do that.
Thank you.
Sure.